We begin with the 75th gathering of NATO. Leaders of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization have gathered here in Washington, D.C. for the three-day summit starting today. The meeting of the military alliance aims at showing resolve against Russia and support for Ukraine. NATO leaders are expected to announce details of a hard-fought aid package that will provide crucial air defense systems to protect Ukrainian cities. The 42-member alliance is expected to pledge at least 4 additional Patriot missile batteries to Ukraine as well. And the new military package is likely to include a joint commitment from NATO nations to spend at least $43 billion in 2025 on aid to Ukraine. The package put forward by NATO members has been presented as historic and is seen as an attempt to future-proof continued aid to Ukraine. But the NATO aid package may not fully satisfy Ukraine. This is because the country is facing unprecedented Russian attacks. As Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky left for the NATO summit, Russia's Vladimir Putin unleashed terror on Ukrainian cities. In fact, just Monday, Russia rained down a barrage of missiles at Ukrainian cities in broad daylight, leaving at least 41 people dead and over 150 injured. The airstrikes were the deadliest in recent months. Over 100 buildings were damaged across several cities. And Russian forces blasted the main children's hospital in Kyiv, where parents were holding babies were seen walking in panic in the streets outside the hospital.
My wife has come here. She drove here. Then it all started. My son began crying, so she did not go to the hospital. She ran to the bomb shelter instead. Then there was the explosion. The car is no more, but we are all okay. There was not enough time for the baby to get scared. But you see what's going on here. No words, even swear words, can describe it.
There are people under the rubble. There may be children among them. Yes, it is one of the worst. Just look at the children's hospital. There is no further comment.
The UN Security Council has called for an emergency meeting over the attack on Kyiv's children's hospital. Ukraine has declared a day of mourning for one of the worst air attacks of the war. And President Zelensky has vowed retaliation and called on Kyiv's allies to provide a firm response to Monday's attack. Ukraine says the attack demonstrates that it urgently needs an upgrade of its air defenses.
Beyond any doubt, we are going to rebuild everything that these terrorists have destroyed. And beyond any doubt, we are going to answer these savages from Russia. Everybody that was injured will get all necessary help, and we pledge to work on bringing Russia to justice for the terror, and Russian President Vladimir Putin for his orders to carry out these strikes.
Meanwhile, as 32 NATO leaders gathered in Washington, Vladimir Putin hosted Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Moscow. In a direct appeal regarding the war in Ukraine, Prime Minister Modi told Putin that no solution can be found on the battlefield. The Indian Prime Minister reiterated the dialogue and diplomacy is the only way forward and said that territorial integrity must be respected. However, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky called Modi's visit to Moscow a huge disappointment and a devastating blow to peace efforts.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for a future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup barrage has moved across to the West Indies. What can we expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
We'll start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. For the first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Narendra, coming to you live from the nation's capital in Washington, D.C.